Dizzy Dean, unless you're old as dirt, you won't even know who he is, made this statement: if you've done it, it ain't bragging. In my 40 years as the pastor here at Calvary, I buried 486 people while I was here. Last year, I had 14 funerals I officiated at, and this year already I've had 4 funerals. Here is a news flash. All of us are going to die unless Jesus comes. So the question is this: are you prepared? Need to be prepared spiritually, of course. Jesus is the only way. But you also need to be prepared in some legal issues, some medical health issues and decisions that need to be made, end-of-life issues. In fact, a wonderful physician has written a book entitled How We Die. And we'll scan over those 7 most common causes of death in the United States and give you some understanding of what the demise process is like. And then we'll talk about those legal issues, 4 documents everybody should have before they leave this world in order to have their family in that transition process. And then we'll talk about end-of-life issues. Do you want a feeding tube? Do you want to be put on a respirator? Do you want to be resuscitated? How do you want to die? We'll talk about the most common fears that people have of dying. And then we'll talk about funerals. It's so important that our family know what our wishes are before we get there. And so we'll talk about how to plan a funeral, the processes that we go through in that. In fact, we'll have 2 funeral homes come, not on the same night, but we'll have 2 funeral homes come and let them share with you pre-arrangements for your funeral. It's a great thing. June and I did it years and years ago that will help your family in the process. We're all going to die, and when we die, we entered into a new season of life called grief. I've got a wonderful book entitled Good Grief. I see people who go into that season of life and they do not know how to appropriately and to fully grieve in a healthy way. We'll talk about that and trust that we'll be able to be a blessing to you over those 3 weeks that we spend together. So I look forward to you coming, and we'll get together and talk about the last thing we talk about, death. Join us for the seminar. It's 3 weeks, 6:30, Wednesday night, high school, room 309. It will be March 8, March 15, March 29. So we look forward to seeing you, and I want to be a help to you.